Steinberg have really added a lot of great new functionality inside of the new VST instrument rack. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you another new feature, which are loading track presets right inside of the rack. For example, this particular instance of Sonic SE had 3 different sounds assigned to it. If I hit the Edit Instrument button, we can see that we have sounds on 1, 2, and 13. But let's add a few more just for fun. We're not actually going to be recording with any of these right now, but let's add several more sounds to this particular instance of Sonic SE, and I'll show you how track presets can make things really easy right from the VST instrument rack. So let's get another few sounds. Let's go with those 7 sounds. So now we have 1 through 6 and 13. But because we can use multiple outputs on this instance of Sonic SE, even though it's an instrument track, we can now go to the mix and we can assign different outputs for each of those sounds. So let's use 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll give our other instrument that we assigned to output number 3 the same output as the part number, which is 13. So now we have all of those output assignments and all of these instruments. Now, if this was a bunch of sounds that you like to use all together at the same time, or somewhere where you might want to keep all of your favorite leads, what you can do now is save it as a track preset right inside of the VST instrument rack. So to do so, I'm going to come over here to the preset button, and I'm going to save this preset. And down here, I can give it a new name, so I'm going to call this my favorite, we'll just say my fave leads, and then click the OK button. Now, if I loaded another instance of Sonic SE as a track or rack instrument, I can load all of those same sounds by using a track preset. So let's use it with a rack instrument. So I'm going to come here and click, and I'm going to choose Sonic SE from the synth category. That's going to make a new rack instrument down here in the bottom of the rack instruments window. Now, it currently doesn't have anything loaded into it. In fact, if I hit the Edit button to reveal the control panel, you can see that it only has the default sound of First Contact assigned to the first slot. But if I wanted to load that new track preset that I made previously, I could do it the old-fashioned way by coming to the control panel, but I can also do it right from the instrument rack. So here's the new instrument, and I'm going to hit the preset button, and I'm going to load a preset. So what I'm going to do is enter the text of fave, and that's going to give me just the ones that have the word favorite in it. That's just one way that I save presets so that I know that they're my own presets. So here's my favorite leads. So I'm going to double click on that, and it's going to load that exact same configuration into this instance of Sonic SE. See, if I hit the Edit control to bring up the control panel, it not only has loaded all of the instruments that I wanted, but it also maintained all of the output assignments. So by putting that functionality along with all the new features into the new instrument rack, it gives you lots of flexibility for doing a lot of editing right inside of the instrument rack without having to necessarily address all of the control panels for each individual VST instrument. And speaking of VST instruments, in the next section, I'm going to show you the new enhanced VST instruments and some other amazing new plugins.